Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll leave it with him. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
To the air, it's Mateer. Unloads it left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Sategna. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting, stud in the secondary, 5-star defensive back, gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed, the measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
The Sooners are on the move. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Gonna swing it on second down. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. On the ground, it's Barnes. They get him stopped after he picked up a 5 to the 28. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you've got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Leaves it with the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's Mateer. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. To the air, it's Aguilar. Makes the catch, it's Thomas. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. This quarterback part of their running game. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. Turning it on. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping it'll match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Mateer. With the catch, it's Burks. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle, it's Gibson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
When you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's up. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense just reacting so fast, getting to the running back and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown Sooners! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that kind of toughness is something you can't coach in quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. Being able to deliver strikes like that for touchdowns when you know you are going to get absolutely popped, man, it is hard to find QBs like that. This offense has one.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give on the inside. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Offense changing the play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Quickly complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Thomas. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. The Vols will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Gibson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. He's going for the big play. He's got it at the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard online.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you could tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Now facing a third and long. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Pocket breaking down. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks and get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Slips through the line. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness. It took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. He unleashes a long one. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone, you can throw that football away from the defender and make some big plays.
Got enough space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Aguilar. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown ball. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Immediately fires to the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Looking to throw on first down. Rush is on him. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind it.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And after that last touchdown toss,
Look out, Baker Mayfield. Record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
Time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
To the air on second down. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Vols line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Corrals it at the 45. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. He's got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The option look. Find some fresh air. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to...
Unloads it downfield. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Volunteer! How about this? These guys are going for 2.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Zings it complete to the right. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. From the gun on 3rd down. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Sooners will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Gonna look downfield again. Quick completion on the out route. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Dropping back, it's Mateer. That's caught, it's Thomas. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do that.
He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the...
Touchdown Sooners! And the route is on.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
38, Tennessee, 15.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. To the air on first down. Complete on the shuffle. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Staley. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.